How y'all guys, this is Joey. We're going to go over all major cricket fields in the United States of America, explaining them, some of their history, and why they're important. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let's get into this. Number 1, Central Broward Park, and this should be familiar to any USA cricket fan because it's the first, and for a long time it was the only officially sanctioned ICC cricket stadium or field in the United States. So a lot of history here. This is in Lauderhill, Florida, which is near Miami. So great weather, although you do have a lot of storms here, but down south in Florida. And, you know, it wasn't always easy getting this up. They started around early 2000s, and the city just had problems with the people building it. Here you can see what it looks like. You have the main event right here, and you have other types of fields. Obviously, it's not just going to be cricket. But there's a lot of history here because the Pearls Cup, I think this was in 2010, New Zealand versus Sri Lanka. They had that. It was tied 1-1. I don't know why they don't do a 3-game series, but this is it. So you're bringing high-quality international matches to the United States for the first time with this. And yeah, 2-match series. Just make it 3 matches. Americans don't understand ties, so you're just going to have to live with that. And it also has other sports, like they play Australian rules football, which is like the same stadium, the same field as a cricket field. The West Indies played India here. Not sure the year, but this was after 2010. 2016, yeah. India versus West Indies. Dang, that would have been awesome to watch. And you can see some of the fans here. Lots of Indian expatriates in this Florida area, probably anywhere in the United States. And probably a lot of people from the Caribbean here in this area in Florida too. So here's the United States team. We played Oman in the 2018 World Cricket League. I think this was League 2. So lots of history here. This, for a long time, was the only place where you could play officially ICC sanctioned cricket matches. So this will be an important stadium for years to come, and it has been for a long time. Let's go to number 2, Leo Magnus Cricket Complex. And Leo Magnus was a famous United States cricketer born in Jamaica. Couldn't find much information on him, but this stadium is located in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, as we say in the United States. I don't know why I call it Los Angeles. But what was his name? Leo Magnus. He had a nickname. But yeah, he was a bowler, really well known during his time, although you do a search nowadays, you can't really find much about him, but Leo Magnus paving the way for cricket. And one of these quotes he said, I love, "To learn cricket is to learn life itself." Wow. Okay. I love that. So Leo Magnus Park has more history because it had a different name for a long time. So it was a field for longer than the stadium in Florida. In 1999, India A played Australia A in a cricket match. It's not officially ICC sanctioned, but it's like their second team. So it's like one step below, ICC fully sanctioned cricket field, stadium, whatever you want to call it. This is the game. Such high quality, I know. And yeah, looks really good. I would love to see an Indian A versus Australia A game in the United States. That would be awesome. So this is it. And it's also hosted a lot of games for American college cricket. And if you know, in the United States, we host, how do I say it? Sports in college is a big thing. So people go to college for 4 years here or university, and they play a sport. American football, basketball are the 2 biggest examples where that's how you become professional, is going through the college model. So it doesn't work with soccer. It doesn't quite work with cricket or rugby, but it is ingrained into our culture here. So American college cricket, we should do a video about that later because it's pretty interesting. And the ICC World Cricket League Division 4 was held here, and we dominated, of course. And Mick Jagger came to one of the games, so you know who Mick Jagger is from the Rolling Stones, right? Yes, there he is right there. Awesome. And interestingly enough, there's this team called the Compton Cricket Club. And if you don't know Compton, you got like Eazy-E, you got NWA, Is that Easy E? Oh, man, it just looks like him. But bunch of hardened people in Compton, and so it's pretty cool that they have their a cricket club, very high culture. So I love that. And they in 2023 they had the Women's T20 World Cup America's qualifier in Leo Magnus Stadium, and yeah, so that's that. So one in Florida, one in California. And then number three, we have Indianapolis World Sports Park. This is Indianapolis, Indiana. Lots of Indias in there. I used to live in Indiana, cold in the winter, uh, lots of flat farmland. But this is what it looks like here. You have two premier cricket fields, and then you have like they have Gaelic football and other uses here. So they tried to host the National Cricket Championships here, didn't work out. And there was issues with this building this because Americans are going to be like, why are you building a $6 million cricket stadium? And I think they did it on budget, but there was a lot of fighting, bickering back and forth. In 2015, the ICC America's 2020 Division One was held here in Indianapolis. Got to do it in May because it's too cold in the winter. And this is one of the games here. And I thought this article was kind of cool here. It says, according to Mark Parham, a groundsman from New Zealand, brought in as a consultant to work at IWSP for the tournament, the space's best feature is a world-class outfield using a test match standard drainage system. And although it is parts of the field are test match capable, it totally lacks in like stadium seating and things like that. So it's nowhere near the park in Florida. Okay, this is Smart Choice Musa Stadium, and here's another picture of it here. And this is in Houston, Texas. And Musa Stadium was granted ODI status by the ICC in May of 2022. So now we have two official places where we could have ODI games in official ICC ODI matches. And one of our first one was against Scotland, and one of the last ones was against Nepal. So, and it was the site of a lot of American college cricket games, especially in the middle of the country. Canada played up some warm up T20 warm ups here in Texas. There's the stadium right there. You got Canada. What does it say Canada there? That's Canadian. Okay. And in March 2022, Major League Cricket announced that it's planning investments to enhance the stadium and that the venue would be a possible bid for the 2024 T20 World Cup. It did not work out. But in April 2022, the stadium was ODI accredited, which is awesome. And the stadium was then slated to host 12 ODIs that would be part of the Cricket World Cup League 2 over May and June 2022. So very cool. USA are playing Scotland in Moose Stadium in Texas, and these were some of the games here that they played. Very cool. So there's a certain type of seating that I'm going to talk about. So this is a modular stadium, and apparently it's temporary seating. So you can kind of have that small park feel, and when you have really big games, you can build up the stadium in a modular way. Like I'm pretending like I know what that means, but you could set it up so you have temporary big seating, so you could seat up to like 30,000 people for a big game. And so this is modular stadium. This is an example here. So a lot of these next three ones that we're going to talk about for the Major League Cricket use that type of modular stadium seating. Number five is Grand Prairie Stadium, and you should be very familiar with this because it was the first stadium used for Major League Cricket, Grand Prairie, Texas. If, I'm not sure, I'm not from Texas, so I don't know this area, but Texas is gigantic. And here was the first game, magic moment here for the Major League Cricket. And then you can see here, just great looking stadium. Those people do not look real though. And this used to be a baseball stadium for the Air Hogs Professional Baseball Association. And there it looked like before. And it was converted by American Cricket Enterprises. They bought it out so it could be used for Major League Cricket for the Texas Super Kings. And the final was also held here. So number five is Church Street Park. That's in Morrisville, North Carolina. And this was the second stadium that was used for Major League Cricket. You can see here, it was also the site for the 2018 T20 World Cup sub-regional qualifier with Canada, United States, Panama, and Belize. It says, in 2019, the International Cricket Council stated that the ground would host 6 one-day international matches. However, in 2019, it was announced that either a new venue would host a tournament. So kind of a big letdown here. I'm not sure if North Carolina is the best place because you have no Major League Cricket team here in this area. So it's kind of a strange one. But they're going to do expansion, stadium upgrades, that modular stadium seating that we talked about. Because if you look here, you know, there's not much stadium seating, so you'd have to like clear out some of this bush here and make some stadium seating so you could have big matches. And these are the six teams for Major League Cricket, and you don't see North Carolina on there at all. So kind of curious why they picked North Carolina as a place, but here's some more pictures. And this is the T20 World Cup. So we talked about Prairie Stadium. That'll be a place for the T20 World Cup. You also have Central Broward Park, which we also talked about. But we're missing Eisenhower Park Stadium. And this is in Nassau County or in New York, very close to New York City. But this is a new stadium. It's not even built yet. Here in New York, you got to zoom in. Here's like New York City right here. This is like Long Island because it's long and it's an island. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. So, yeah, probably better to have it in the suburbs over here because there's just too much traffic and congestion. How are you going to fit a cricket field there? And so, yeah, if you look here on the website, it has 2 cricket fields, 2 football fields, 14 ball fields, blah, blah, blah. So it was announced that this would be an official stadium, although it's not ready to go right now. They have to make more upgrades for it to be T20 ready. It says modular stadium solutions will be applied to increase facilities to make it a 34,000 seat modular stadium in Eisenhower Park. Cool. So, yep, New Yorkers are happy about that. I hope. I don't know. Number 7, new Olympic Stadium in Los Angeles. I have no idea. So keep a lookout for that if we're going to have a new Olympic Stadium in Los Angeles, or if we're going to use Magnus Park, or what we're going to do for the 2028 Cricket Olympics. I think we're going to make a new stadium. That's just our style. Number 8 is Orange County Great Park, and this is in Orange County. This is yet to be built, but will be for Los Angeles Knight Riders. And it says Los Angeles Knight Riders, a franchise team that plays in Major League Cricket, plans to have their home ground at Great Park in Irvine, California. 10,000 spectators. Pretty cool. It is designated as a venue for the cricket sport at the 2028 Summer Olympics. Well, I just answered my own question there. Being the sole stadium in Los Angeles other than the inferior Leo Magnus Cricket Complex. Hey, don't call it inferior. Okay, so I just answered my own question. This will be used for the 2028 Olympics. Orange County Great Park, yet to be built here. So they need to get up on that. But this might be what it looks like. World-class cricket stadium coming up in Los Angeles. Cool. And yep, it's the owner of. Okay, next we have number 9, Marine Park in Brooklyn, also known as Brooklyn Park. That looks just so sad and miserable in winter. I can't stand cold weather, but yeah, Brooklyn, New York, right here. And USA T20 Franchise League projected to spend $110 million on facilities. Whoa, a lot. I said none of MLC's plans include a venue in the New York metropolitan area. However, a group of unaffiliated with MLC is trying to rally support for securing land to build a possible venue, Marine Park in Brooklyn. So cool. This is Santa Clara County Fairgrounds Stadium, and this is in San Francisco. Right up here, here's Los Angeles, here's San Francisco up here, up north, and this is San Francisco Unicorns. I got to get me one of these hats because my daughter loves unicorns. San Francisco getting its own Major League Cricket team, as we know, and in 2022, the county announced negotiations to build a stadium. The $50 million stadium would see 15,000 spectators and also be used for concerts and stuff like that in San Jose University, whatever. This is number 11, Mary Moore Park in Seattle, Washington. There's Washington State and Washington, D.C. Don't get those confused. This is where the Seattle Orcas play. And Major League Cricket headed to Seattle with a newly planned Mary Moore venue. Yep, looks very generic right there. It says in February 2022, the King County Council, say that 5 times fast. King County Council. Ugh, I can't do it. King County Council passed a motion of support for the development of a cricket facility, blah, blah, blah. Major League Cricket, not for the 2024 T20 World Cup. Lots of t sounds. We have George Mason Cricket Ground. Yes, Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. Not a state, it's a capital. And they're going to be like a split stadium with baseball and cricket. So it's going to be for the college or the university, George Mason University in Washington, D.C., or Virginia, actually, in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. So there you have it. Let's go over these stadiums here. You have one in Washington, D.C., Lauderhill, Florida, Los Angeles, Indianapolis, Houston, Morrisville, Nassau County, Orange County, Brooklyn, New York, San Francisco, Grand Prairie, and Seattle. So here's a spread here. Nothing in the middle of the country. And all right. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. And like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.